What is up, y'all? We are back with another video. What type of video? A Last of Us 3 video. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button. Let's try to get this video to 100 likes. Also, a lot of you guys that watch are not subscribed. Think about subscribing. It definitely helps the channel. So to get into it, in my previous Last of Us 3 video, we talked about what if Abby and Ellie teams up in Last of Us 3. And a lot of you guys were like saying, you know, that you are all for it. You liked how they would come together. You know, we talked about how they could come together and, you know, kind of put the thing behind them with Joel and everything, just have an understanding. Now, it was something that I thought about that can be a big key point in that story with, you know, Abby and Ellie and Tommy. Now, we know that Ellie is immune. She's immune, and she's one of the only ones that can deal with the infected and stuff like that. And this kind of makes a full circle moment. You know, that was kind of what was happening in the first Last of Us. You know, the journey with Joel and Ellie, trying to just help others out there and just see what's going on with Ellie and stuff like that. But Joel found out that they were up to no good and they were going to hurt Ellie and stuff like that. But to get into it, I think that story could continue. What I mean by that is I talked about, you know, when Dina left, you know, with JJ and everything with Ellie, that maybe along the time of her leaving, she run into some bad people, and they know that Ellie cares about Dina, and they kind of hold her hostage, and it makes them able to get Ellie involved with them, and they can get their hands on Ellie. Some of you all in the chat already said y'all don't think that Dina's that important, but I'm just saying that little key point could make sense, you know, at this point, because we know that Ellie does care for Dina, so I think she is some important somewhat. But you all are saying you think she's not important at all. I think she is, but I don't know. Also, if you guys don't want to go to Dina route, something can happen with Tommy, where they can take Tommy, and they know Ellie is coming for Dina, and they know that Ellie is coming for Tommy. So what if that happens, right? And we have these new villains. We have these new villains involved, and they're very much dangerous and stuff like that. And remember I said that what if Abby and, you know, Ellie comes together and stuff like that? What if actually they take Abby too and Lev on the way there? It's like she sees Abby and Lev tied up too next to Dina, and now Ellie's by herself, and it's a moment where, you know, shit is so tight, where whatever mission you're playing or whatever you're involved in Last of Us 3 right now is so tight, you're going to have to free Abby. Because Abby's going to, that will be, oh my, just talking about it gives me chills, because it's like, there will be forced, the hands will be forced by Ellie and Abby to come together to help. You know, because Abby has someone that's in danger, Lev, and then Ellie has someone in danger, Dina or Tommy. And now at this point, they have to come together, because you know Abby and Ellie next to each other is powerful. They both could operate. I love playing with Abby. I love playing with Ellie. I think overall, just the fact them wanting Ellie, just kind of wheeling her in to kind of get, you know, that stuff going with the immune stuff of, you know, Ellie and everything, and trying to find out how Ellie is so immune, and whatever's inside of Ellie, they need to kind of take a look at it, because it could help the apocalyptic thing that's going on, you know, with the infected and stuff like that. And I think that it can be a great story. If you think about it, that can be a good story, bro, because it kind of goes full circle with everything that happens with Joel and Ellie. Remember, Joel was saving Ellie. He took her out. You know, he had her in her hospital gown. He just took her, and she woke up, didn't know what was going on. Then he finally revealed it to her. But then, you know, in honor of Joel, she finds out Joel was right. You know, Joel was right. I mean, she kind of already knows, but like, she cementedly finds out he wasn't doing nothing but trying to save me. You know, they want to hurt me. They're gonna have to kill me to find out what's going on with me being so immune. And I think that would be a great story. Just her next to Tommy. Also, maybe Tommy doesn't get abducted. Maybe none of them get abducted. Maybe they just run into these bad people out there in this new, you know, area they're in. Maybe it's a time jump, no time jump. Maybe it's just something where Ellie runs into a bad person, and they're like, hey, trying to, you know, wheel her in whole time. They know who Ellie is. They know they just need Ellie to kind of, you know, find out what's going on with this immune side of her, and just help the apocalyptic, you know, stuff that's going on. But to get into it a little more, I feel like when you sit here and think about it, everyone's eventually gonna crash out, you know, in the Last of Us universe, because Ellie is immune. You know, she's very immune, and I think that people are going to want that because they're tired of living the way they're living and dealing with the infected and not having a cure or anything for it. And I think the key word is cure, and it's going to make a lot of the people that's involved in the Last of Us universe crash out and make them become bad people. I even talked about this in a previous video where what if someone else is immune like Ellie? I mean, that would kind of bring this story down a little bit because Ellie's not rare. She's not one of a kind. We got another one out there, but you know what I mean? I think that will be crazy. I talked about Abby knowing, you know, the people that, you know, with the fireflies and stuff, kind of knowing what the cure, knowing when the cure is and all this craziness and stuff like that. I think that it can be a lot of plot points with Abby and Ellie, with Tommy and Dina. I don't see why you guys don't think Dina's that important. I think Dina's important just off the fact that Ellie has love for her. Yes, you saw. I got a question for y'all. Comment down below in the comments, and I'll touch on it in my next Last of Us 3 video. So you're telling me that they let Dina make it to the end of Last of Us 2 for nothing? They let Ellie and her build this relationship for nothing, and they just had her there just to have her there. So you're telling me they're going to just let her walk off and leave Ellie, and they're never going to touch on Dina again? They're never going to bring her up again? My point exactly. You can't say that it's story left for Abby where you're saying also it's not no story left for Dina's. Dina's story is not over. Abby's story is not over. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something there still. And I think Neil Druckmann knows that. That's why Naughty Dog has this formula of setting things up. Like these little undone pieces in these stories where you're knowing that we're going to touch on them later. We're going to bring them up later. Okay, say if Dina doesn't get touched on. One person I know that's going to definitely be able to be brought back up and we're going to be able to see her again is Abby. 100%. Got my word. I think, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I just don't see them not bringing Abby up again. Her and Ellie still has some story left. I would love to see them put that behind them at a point, because at the end of the day, it was just stuff that was out of their reach. You know, it was retaliation at the end of the day. Joel killed Abby's dad. Abby killed Joel. It was just like, that was her dad, you know what I'm saying? But Joel, he's protecting himself and everything. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's still story left to kind of untangle, if that makes sense. But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want you all to comment down below what you all think about what I was just talking about with The Last of Us 3. And do you want some more Last of Us content on the channel? Please let me know. And yeah, hit me up on my Instagram at I Like Gaming. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Until next time, guys.